How does this website able to generate over 129,000 organic traffic per month using SEO for one of the most difficult keyword in the SEO space? In this video, I'll do a live SEO audit to show you exactly how they're able to do it. Without further ado, let's get started. But first off, let me introduce you a little bit to myself. My name is Jackie, and I've been doing SEO for the past 7 years, running my own agency called TechJackie.com. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how this website right here, the dominguezfirm.com, which is our website, is able to rank for one of the most difficult SEO keyword, that is personal injury lawyer, in one of the most competitive area, that is Los Angeles. So here's in this video, we'll look at different areas of how they're able to potentially rank their website. And if you're running any kind of service-based website, you can also take away some of these, which I will explain to you in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So first off, whenever I do a quick SEO audit or more like a strategy audit of the website, the first off that I would like to look at is to check their website and see their overall topic coverage, right? So first off, obviously this is a personal injury lawyer website. So I want to see how many pages roughly does the website have, right? Like for example, if you look at their home pages, the current home page that ranks for this keyword, and then I would also look at, let's say, their service area, service pages, right? So as you can see here, they have a bunch of extra pages relevant to the topic, right? So, like for example, this one right here, motorcycle accident lawyer, and then they would have things like bus accident lawyers and stuff like that. So by looking off right from the website itself, we can see that they have a bunch of pages covering different keywords that or topics that are relevant to the main topic or keyword of their website. Is personal injury lawyer Los Angeles, right? And then we also would try to look around the website and see, okay, what are other type of pages that they have? So if you scroll down here, you'll see that they also have a bunch of location pages being created, right? So all of these are different location targeting personal injury in, let's say, in Riverside, in San Diego, whatever. So as you can see, they have a bunch of pages relevant to the topic, right? And you also might be wondering, okay, what about the blog articles, right? So, like, does this website even have a blog that we also need to check out? The thing is, when it comes to proper topical relevance, especially for a local-based website or even service-based website, if you're, let's say, you're running a national type website or pretty much any kind, the thing is, when it comes to ranking, Google kind of treat commercial pages and information pages differently. So what I mean by that is, so let's say you have a bunch of pages on your website and you have a bunch of blog articles, right? So you have some blogs, you have some service pages, right? So these are commercial pages and these are information pages. If you take a careful look at any of the top ranking website, you'll see that they don't really have a lot of blogs, right? Or they hardly have anything. Like for example, even this website, you won't even find any blog articles on their site. And if you check out other top ranking websites as well, you will not find a lot of blog articles or pretty much any of the blog articles available. So the majority of website that ranks well, what they do is they have enough number of pages or topics covered in the same group of pages. So they have a bunch of service pages. They have a bunch of location pages, right? So the first thing that I see from this website is it covers the topic very well. It has a lot of pages in the same group of page keyword that is under commercial keywords. So that's the first thing, right? So this is the first thing that we can see of why they could be ranking number one on Google. And next area that I would look at is to kind of read through their content and see how they're structuring their content and the kind of topics that they have on their web page, right? So as you can see here on their home page, in the first part, we have a big banner here which isn't much well optimized, but as you can see, as we scroll down, we have like an introduction about who they are, what they do, and then they have a bunch of their service or practice areas, and then they have their team members introduction, they have testimonials, right? They do have some of the blogs, but as you can see here, these are not really kind of like typical SEO blogs, but they're more like press release type blog that they announce about their company's news or something like that, right? So uh as you can see, and then they have a service area and they have FAQ, right? So something like that. Even if you look at a bunch of other website, you'll see that there's a hero section, and then there's introduction a little bit, and then different areas of service, and then they have a step of how to use their service, and then their team members, and then why to choose them, and then different location, the service, and then obviously some of the FAQ. So next up, like I said, I would check their overall website structure to kind of see if they have some number of topics that are relevant to their main keyword. And as you can see, this website or even the other website, this one here, do have a bunch of relevant topics, or the content looks good enough, right? So they have a bunch of expected topics to have on the page. So, like for example, if you want to rank for personal injury lawyers, obviously you kind of have to have like some paragraphs introducing about the service that you kind of have to have the paragraph or section about your services, your contact forms, right, and all kinds of your team members, right, and something like that, right? So you will need a bunch of these topics. So based on this, we can already see that number one, they have strong topical relevance, especially under pages in the same group that is commercial pages. Number two, their content is pretty well covered. I mean, even if you look at, let's say, any of their location pages, you'll see that they have a bunch of topic, and then also link a bunch of topics, and yeah, as you can see, different things covered on their page, right? So pretty useful content. And when it comes to even their location pages, you can see that they're very localized, so they talk about different areas that is relevant to that location, and then they also mention different words that are relevant. So here's the thing you have to remember when it comes to content writing, right? So Google looks at two things when it comes to on page. One is your word usage, and second is your topics covered, right? So when you write SEO content, I'm just gonna give you a very rough idea. First is they will look at your word usage, like do you use different kind of words that are relevant to the topic. So if, for example, you want to rank for Beverly Hills personal injury lawyer firms, do you mention the word? Obviously, the Beverly Hills should be there. Personal injury law firm should be there. But also, do you also mention other words that are relevant to Beverly Hills, right? So things such as Hollywood, things such as Beverly Hill Hotel, or Rodeo Drive, right? So all these words that are very, very specific to the locations. And then obviously, when it comes to things relevant to personal injury law firm, do you also mention things that are relevant to that? So things such as the word attorneys, right? The word accidents, right? Success rates, right? All these things, experience, right? And then also, recovery, the fees, right? So as you can see, a bunch of people call them as entities or something like that, but you can also use ChatGPT or other AI to kind of help you come up with these words, right? So the general idea is when you write content about anything, do you have enough number of these words that are relevant to the topic? So, but obviously, if you're doing local SEO, then you need to have words that are relevant to your location and words that are relevant to your service, right? Whatever you want to provide. So that's the thing. And second thing is the topics covered, right? Like, do you cover enough number of topics that are relevant enough for that keyword, right? So obviously, when it comes to personal injury law firm, personal injury lawyer, something like that, you kind of have to talk about different kind of services, your guarantee, your fees, right? Your step of process, etc., etc. As you can see here is more or less same kind of templates that you kind of have to have. So what I recommend you to do is you can check out a bunch of the top ranking websites and then see what are some of the common patterns that they have in terms of topics. You can use AI also to do some quick brainstorm of this to help you with that with the content, right? So based on this website, we can see that they have a bunch of pages in the same group of that are commercially relevant keywords. They also write pretty good content. Like they have a bunch of each of their content, they have good topics covered. They also use a bunch of great words on their pages, right? So like location pages, they do mention different location things. They do mention about their top their service keywords, right? So things such as their steps, their fees, something like that. So based on the on page part, we can see that it's very strong. Now let's look at the off page, right? So when it comes to off page, I mainly look at three things, right? First is I look at whether that website have some kind of branding, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to a Google search and I want to do a quick search for their brand name. So their brand name is Dominic West Firm. So I want to do a quick search. So Dominic West Firm. So if I can type, if I while I'm typing something and if Google suggests me something, that means that there are some search volume for that keyword, right? Or for that phrase. Now, I haven't even finished typing the name of the brand name of this company. And as you can see, Google already suggests me this name, which means that there are some people searching regularly, consistently for this law firm brand name, right? And obviously, they also have like Los Angeles there. So as you can see, they also even have almost 2,000 Google reviews. And by Google Auto Suggest, we can also see that, not Auto Suggest, Auto Complete, we can also see that they recommend this brand, right? And we can also see they have quite amount of number of followers on Instagram. They have some connection on LinkedIn, and they have this one popular time, so means that people do request direction to their office regularly. They have quite a lot number of reviews on Google's my business profiles. So based on just looking at this business, I can definitely say that they do have a strong brand foundation, right? So to rank nowadays, you need to have proper branding in place. It's not just about having strong topical relevance on your website, but and also writing content well and also cover the topics well. You also need to have some kind of branding strategy in place, right? Because when you have done some kind of branding, so like for example this one here, you can see that they have good social media branding. They do have some good referral or offline branding as well, because based on this you can see that they have a good number of reviews here. This business is able to generate enough consistent brand demand or brand searches on Google search. And it's one of the biggest reasons nowadays of why websites are ranking, right? So this is the next thing that first thing in off-page SEO that I like to look at when I do an audit like this, right? So does my competitors have, some kind of branding done on their site? Okay. Next up, what I also want to look at is to kind of have a quick look at their backlinks profile, right? So here I use a free Ahrefs backlink checker to look to analyze the backlink of this website. Now you can use this for free to kind of only understand their overall website backlink landscape, right? So you can see here, if you look at some of the top ranking links that top linking websites that this website has. You can see that, for example, this one, they have link from Justia, they have links from best law firms, they do have links from, things like this one here. So you can take a look at some of these top links that they have, and they're all very good backlinks, right? They're all very good backlinks. What makes a good backlink is number one, the backlink should come from a reputable website. So, like for example, justia.com here is a very reputable directory for lawyers, right? So if you look at any of the top ranking websites for law firms, you'll see that they all have backlinks from this website. So if you really want to rank for this keyword, you kind of have to have a link from this website as well. And in this one here, this is also a very relevant website. Also, it has quite a good authority here. As you can see, bestlawfirms.com, DR rating, domain rating of 74, and based on domain itself, it's also very relevant. So probably another great um, directory for any law firm, right? And then this one. Now, this is more or less, as you can see, this one here is a link from, so let's see here. It's a link from a home page, right? It's a link from the home page, and it's linking somewhere around here to that website. So let me see, where is the link? It's probably hidden somewhere, maybe. Oh yeah, this one here. As you can see, this is a logo linking to the website. Now, why is this a good link, right? You might be wondering. The reason is because number one, this is a relevant website, right? It's about legal, right? And number two, it has quite a good amount of authority. 36 is not bad. DR rating of 36 not a bad rating at all. It's in a mid-range type authority. And thirdly, it's a link from the home page, right? So it's a link from the home page directly. Even if it's just a logo or image link like this, it's still a very powerful link. Because when it comes to backlinks, you have to understand how it works in the first place, right? So let's say you have a bunch of pages, right? And then this is your website right here. Now, let's say you get a link from this page, from this website. The link value or the link power will be different from a link from this page, and will definitely be different from a link from the home page, right? Because each page also will have their own authority or their own score, whatever it is. And usually on the web, the home page of any website will have the most number of backlinks pointing to their to their home page. So the home page usually will have the most number of backlinks. The home page will usually have the most number of traffic, and therefore home page of any website usually will be the most powerful page of that website. So a link from any home page will be treated as very powerful, right? And as you can see right here, this is a very relevant website, and a link from a home page from a mid-authority website makes it such a powerful link, right? So by just looking at this, and if you keep on going, checking on, obviously you'll find a bunch of junk link, you'll find a bunch of irrelevant, spammy type link here and there. But as you can see here, by just a quick glance, looking at the backlink profile, you can see that a lot of these are relevant link, right? Link coming from legal type website, whether it's directories or any kind of legal type website. And secondly, they're also very reputable type of website, means they're real website with traffic. And also some of them are even homepage backlinks, such as this one, right? So that makes the backlink profile of this website very, very high quality, right? It's a mix of trusted directories, um, homepage high authority links, and also relevant links, right? So relevance, trust, and power from homepage, some of these makes this backlink profile very good one. And also beyond just the link, we can also look at the anchor text profile and see the pattern here. As you can see, a lot of these anchor texts are just generic, like view website, or the brand name, right? So you can see a lot of brand name, and generic anchor text, right? Or something else, as you can see right here. So this is also a very healthy looking anchor text profile. I mean, if let's say you nowadays, if you want to build proper backlinks, we try to avoid using keyword anchor text. So any anchor text that contain the keyword, like for example, you want to rank for personal injury lawyers in Los Angeles, then we try to avoid having that as an anchor text. So the good link profile will have a natural looking anchor text, something like this, like generic words like real website, learn more, or even the brand name will be used sometimes in the anchor text as well, right? I'm not saying we cannot use keyword anchor text. We can definitely use keyword anchor text here and there as well, but we try to limit it as much as we can, right? So based on the backlink profile, very powerful link, relevant, trusted, and some of them are even powerful homepage backlinks. Anchor text wise, very healthy looking, nothing very obvious that this website is doing SEO, natural looking type anchor text, right? So off page wise, very healthy, good, strong brand name, strong backlinks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is what I would look at when it comes to like a very quick overview or audit of a website, especially when they rank something like this. Yes, there are some technical aspects that I could also look at, things such as their page speed, right? Things such as their internal linking, but those are smaller things, right? Which I definitely will cover more in my future videos if I do an audit for, e-commerce website, for example, where technical SEO would be more important. But when it comes to information-based websites, such as service-based website like this, technical SEO is um, technical SEO usually isn't a problem or usually isn't that important, especially if we use, good platform like WordPress, for example, which tends to be already SEO friendly out of the box. So mainly we'll look at the on page, the topical relevant, especially if they cover enough number of pages in the same group of keywords. And when it comes to off page, we look at things like their branding position and brand demand, their brand position, and their overall backlink profile, right? So to summarize, uh, we look at their topical relevance coverage, and then we look at the content. Content wise, we look at the word uses, we look at the topics covered, and then for our page, we look at the brand position, and then we look at their backlink profile, right? So this is how I would look at the website. And as you can see here, everything really looks good for this website. Strong brand, good content, good topical coverage, and good backlink profile, right? So everything checked, and no wonder why this website ranks almost number one, but they also rank for a lot more keywords and they're able to generate over 129,000 organic traffic per month from Google search. So that's all for it. If you have any question or if you want me to do an audit for your website, something like this, you can also reach out to me as well. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.